Hello, this video is designed to talk about Pecha Kucha, which is my best version of pronouncing the Japanese term chit chat. So, this theory or idea was originally created to be a presentation of 20 slides of images only, so no words on the slides, and each lasting for 20 seconds each. So, 20 images with 20 seconds per each image. It does allow for some variety, so when you get into the program, you can see you can choose a little bit more options than that. The idea is to keep it very limited as to how much time you have to talk through that image, and that is to avoid what we are commonly known as death by PowerPoint, or dragging on and on and on in a presentation without just getting to the point and moving on. This tool is particularly helpful because it's easy for teachers or even young students to create quick presentations, and it's a great way to kind of get students started in public speaking or sharing what they've learned or sharing their research. Or showing what they already know about a topic. It's a great fun way to do that doesn't take up too much time. The first step is to go to the Pecha Kucha website, and you want to log in or create your free account. So upon logging in under the featured category, you can see ones that have already been created. So it might be something you choose to view or link in your class if it is a great one that's already been made. But in this case, we want to make our own. So we're going to choose Create. And here we're going to give our Pecha Kucha a name, usually the title or the topic of what what you're going to be talking about, a description of what you're going to be talking about, and here you can see that there is an adjustment. Normally the 20/20 is the standard, 20 seconds for 20 seconds each, but here you can see you can do 5 slides for 5 seconds each if you're just getting started on something, 10 slides for 10 seconds each. You can even do 10 slides for 20 seconds each if you do need a little bit more explanation, or 1 slide for 20 seconds. And so it's up to you to pick which type you want. For right now, we'll just pick the 20 out of 20. And then you can choose if you want others to be able to comment on your Pecha Kucha. For the most part, since these are open to the public, I would say no, and then maybe use another avenue like in your LMS to allow the students to comment. So for the most part, you don't want just anybody commenting on your or the students' presentations. So for the most part, you're going to say no. You'll then be asked to put your Pecha Kucha in a category. For the most part, you can just choose education, or if it aligns to a particularly listed category, you might also tag it there as well. So now we're going to save and next. And then we're going to be asked to upload our images. So at this point, we want to go to Google or other places if you are using, an outside source, if you already have images saved to your computer, but you want to upload those images to your computer. So in my case, I am talking about historic Savannah. So it would be a great idea for me to go to Google. And search images and save images to my computer that are going to be my slide images. Remember, you cannot add text to them. So it's just going to be the slide itself, and I will have 20 seconds for each image to explain what is in the image and what it means. So after I choose my images to upload, I can move them around or order them. So if I want them to go in a certain order, I can drag them around. So just by grabbing it and moving it to the different ones, if I want particular ones to go in a certain order, I can move them around. I can also choose what I want to be the cover image of my Pecha Kucha. So maybe the first slide is a good choice. And then you can choose if you want a black background on your images or a white background. And again, that is just up to you. So then we're going to go to the next step. So we're going to save and next. And it's going to upload your slides. But your next step is going to be to add the audio on it. So you have 2 options here. So you can choose to just silent and have no audio. And this is great in cases of you're presenting on campus or you're presenting to a person and you're going to be physically in the room speaking to them and talking, 20 seconds per slide. It will move to the next slide or the next image when the 20 seconds is up, so you'll be able to kind of keep track yourself. Now, if this was an online presentation, then you can use this tool to go ahead and record those 20-second audios on each slide. And so you can choose to record per slide, or you can choose to record per the entire presentation. It's really a matter of preference. If you record per slide, it'll show you the image and then let you stop or view that one and then choose to go to the next slide. If you do the entire presentation in one swoop, it'll just move to the next image and you just pick up right back where you left off. I personally like a little bit of prep time per each slide, so I choose to do it per slide. So then what you're going to see is you're going to see the image that you're going to talk about in your slide. And then you want to make sure to pick the language that you are speaking so that when it closed captions or translates it, that it's going to be in the correct language. And then, of course, you want to pick the slide that you're currently adding audio to, which for the most part, it'll be in order. When you start recording, you're going to see that these little lines are going to get or turn red. So when it gets to the very end, you know that you are taking up your 20 seconds and you need to wrap it up. So we would start recording one. I want to make sure to allow my microphone to be used. This is an image of a oak tree in Savannah. Notice the Spanish moss is hanging off the tree. Savannah is known for large oak trees and historic Spanish moss on the tree. So in that case, you see I finished a little early. So at the 20-second mark, it closes the slide, closes the recording, and I'm able to listen to the recording here. And if I'm satisfied with it, then I can move on to my next slide here. So I'm able to pick my next slide. It lets me know that I recorded on this one. It lets me pick my next slide to record. Or if I want to, I can restart slide one recording and re-record on top of it. So I want to start recording my next slide, slide two, so I can either do it here or I can slide up and pick it here. Either way is fine. And then I would start my recording here. This example of the historic Savannah is the Sorrel-Weed House. It is located on one of the historic Savannah squares. It is known for its color here, and for a while we thought that this was not the original color, but it is actually the original color of the house that was refurnished. And so then that one's complete. And so I'm able to start my next slide and I'm able to go to the next one. So you just go on so and so forth, moving through your slides, recording your 20 seconds, and then going to the next slide. So if you can save your progress if you need to stop, now and return later to finish your recording. Or if you're done and you've added all your recording, you can save and create the video. So once it finished uploads, you're able to see your presentations. You can get back to this area by choosing this drop down and choose My Presentations. And you're able to see all of those that have been completed. You can click on it to view it. You can also see when it was created. You can also see how many people have viewed it, as well as if it's published. And then you can get the privacy settings here to share it. You can also download it if you want to download it to your computer, as well as edit the description of it. When you choose to edit the description, notice that there's a transcript here, and so that is where it is translating what you said. So here you can actually edit that if you want to or need to if it doesn't translate correctly. So again, I can just click on it and it'll open it up. And here I'm able to view it, and again it looks just like a YouTube video. Basically every 20 seconds it moves to the next slide and you can hear my audio on it. And then if you scroll down, you're able to see the transcript if there was a transcript to see for the audio there. So we want to make sure that we share this, and again it's very similar to sharing a YouTube video. So just in your My Presentations area, you'll just choose the privacy setting beside it. And so you can choose who has access to edit it. For the most part, you only want your your yourself ability to edit it, as well as you can add people in if you want them to be able to edit it as if you were collaborating. So when you view your Pecha Kucha, you just copy the link at the very top of the page. It'll say something like pechakucha.com/presentation/ the name of your video, and that is how you get the link to your video. And so you would just put that in D2L or Google Classroom or whatever it's going to be, so that when they click on that link, it'll take them to view your online Pecha Kucha.